Dear students, I am Pratima. I welcome you all to this video. So today we are starting straight lines exercise 10.1, your class 11 coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry, here we'll read about equation to straight lines in different form. Before that, let us revise the concept what we have read in class 10, that is distance formula you have read, section formula, midpoint formula, and area of the triangle we have also read. Similarly, area of the quadrilateral also we have solved some questions. So refreshing the memory, first is distance formula. If two points are P and Q, one has the coordinate x1, y1, and one has coordinate x2, y2, then you know the distance between them is denoted by square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. So this is the formula. One can you can take your 1 x1 y1, and another you can take x2 y2. It may be any point as 1, any point as 2. Similarly, for section formula, you know that if there are 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2, then any point divides in this line segment in ratio your m is to n. We write the coordinates of r as your x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. And here one thing I want to remind, if the R is dividing externally means it is outside your PQ, and the ratio is m is to n, then the point is, the coefficient is little bit different. Your coordinates mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, and y is equal to my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. So this is the formula for when this division is internal division internally, and second formula is when they divides your externally. Now midpoint formula is not different. It is the extension of your section formula. If R is your midpoint of P and Q, that means it is dividing in ratio 1:1. So x of R will be x1 plus x2 by 2, and your y will be y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is your midpoint formula. We write in this way. So this is the midpoint. R is the coordinates. Now centroid of a triangle. Centroid of a triangle, from the midpoint concept we can write the concept. If f1 is equal to this, x2 is equal to y2, x2 y2, C has the coordinate x3 y3, then centroid is your the intersection point of the medians, so which divides the point divides each median in ratio your 2:1. You will derive the centroid is denoted by G centroid. Its xy will be how much? X is equal to your x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, and y is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So you can note down the formula if you have forgotten. Next is area of the triangles. Area of the triangles is we get the area by formula. Here, can you recall yourself? Can write yourself? That will be half of area is denoted by triangle half x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. This is the given in modular sign because area is always positive. Next is we can extend this one to prove that 3 points are collinear. If they are collinear, you will get the area is equal to 0. So this is also used to prove that 3 points are collinear. If area of triangle ABC is 0, that means A, B, C are collinear. So next is area of quadrilateral. Area of quadrilateral we can also find by making it to two triangles. So in the exercise 10.1, you will find first question is area of the quadrilateral. So no problem, you can make into two triangles. First you can find the area of triangle A, B, D, taking your x1, y1, x2, y3 and x4, y4 plus area of triangle D, B, C. So you can get both the area, take the sum, you will find the area of the quadrilateral. So this is the area of quadrilateral ABCD. Next, here what we'll read. We'll read in this class equation to straight lines in different forms. First we'll get the slope of the line, then equation to line. So in this video, we'll go up to this slope of the line and exercise your 10.1. And in the next, we'll go for the equation of the line. So keep on watching. So what is a slope of line? What is slope of a line? Slope of a line is slope of a line is the tangent function of the angle the line makes with positive x-axis. That means we measure in anti-clockwise direction. Now let us take the example. This is your coordinate. This is your positive axis. This is negative axis. This is positive y and this below is negative y. So right side is your positive x, left side is your negative x. Upward direction is your positive y and downward is your negative y. So when I'm making a line makes an angle theta. This is from positive, I'm measuring the angle. So this is the way of measuring. Suppose this is making the angle theta, then line makes how much angle? Line makes theta with positive x-axis. Then tan theta is equal to your slope, which is denoted by small m. If theta is 30 degree, then your tan 30 is equal to your 1 by root 3, that is equal to m. If theta is equal to your 120 degree, then m is equal to tan 120. We know that tan 120 is equal to minus tan 60, that will be minus root 3. That means If theta is acute, then slope is positive. If theta is obtuse, slope is negative. Slope is negative. And any line parallel to x-axis, that time what happens? Theta is 0. When theta is 0, m is also 0. And when line is parallel to y-axis, that time theta is 90 degree or m is equal to undefined. So this is your about slope of the line. Next, slope of the line joining two given points. We have to get slope of a line P. It is a point P x1 y1 and Q is x2 y2. We'll get what is the slope of this line joining these 2 points. So let us produce this till it make your or pass through the x-axis so that I can get the angle. So this is your positive x-axis, here negative x-axis, y positive, negative y. Now I want the slope. Slope means this is theta. I need tan theta. So tan theta means what I'll do, let us make a triangle. How? I'm dropping the perpendicular PA, QB and PC. If the line is making your theta with positive x-axis, that means this is also QPC angle is theta because they are corresponding. So in triangle PQC, I can get tan theta. How to get? Tan theta is equal to QC upon PC. What is QC? QC is nothing but your y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1. And how much is PC? PC is nothing but your x2 minus x1. This is x2 minus x1. So PC is also x2 minus x1. So PC is equal to x2 minus x1. So what is M? Slope is tan theta is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So this is the slope of line joining 2 points. Next is angle between two lines when their slopes are given. Two lines, their slopes are given. You have to find angle between them in terms of two slopes. So let us draw a figure. This is your positive x, negative x, positive y, negative y. Here one line is making an angle, your theta 1, and its slope is m1. Similarly, let me take another line. Second line, it is making your theta 2 and the slope is m2. Now the question is, I'll get the angle between two lines. So angle between two lines will be this one. Let this represent as alpha. So alpha is angle between two lines L1 and L2 whose slopes are m1 and m2. Then I'll take the help of tangent function. I'll take tan alpha. So what is tan alpha? Alpha is equal to nothing but your theta 2 minus theta 1. So tan theta 2 minus theta 1. Now recall the formula for your trigonometry. Tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1. So this will be tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 upon 1 plus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2. So replace by the slope. What is tan theta 1? Tan theta 1 is m1. And what is tan theta 2? This is m2. So m2 minus m1 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. So this is your formula for getting the angle between two lines whose slopes are given to m2 and m1. So next concept, what is the condition for two lines to be parallel? So let us write the formula. For angle tan alpha is equal to m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 into m2 when the slopes of two lines are m1 and m2. Now let us take a situation when m1 is equal to m2 or their slopes are equal. So that time you will get the numerator is 0. When numerator is 0, the value of tan alpha will be 0. When tan alpha is 0, alpha is equal to 0 because tan 0 is 0. So when alpha is 0 means there is no angle between them or the lines are parallel. So what we conclude? Two lines are parallel if their slopes are equal. Now let us see for other condition when they will be perpendicular. So tan alpha is equal to m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 into m2. In the previous condition, I made numerator 0. Let me make the denominator is 0. Let us see what I am getting. So if I'll get 1 plus m1 into m2 is 0, then what I'll get? I'll get tan alpha is equal to m2 minus m1 by 0. And when denominator is 0, it is undefined. So when tan alpha is undefined, you know that alpha is equal to how much? Pi by 2 or 90 degree. So what condition I am getting? I am getting lines are perpendicular to each other. Lines are perpendicular to each other. So this is condition. What is the condition? Now, lines are perpendicular to each other if m1 into m2 plus 1 is 0 or m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1 or m2 is equal to minus 1 by m1. One slope is negative reciprocal of the other slope. So this is the condition for your perpendicular lines. So let us go for the exercise questions. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4 are based on whatever you have learned in class 10. So I am not going to solve it. I am going now question number 5. Find the slope of the line which passes through the origin and the midpoint of the line segment joining P 0 minus 4, B 8 minus 0. So P is 0 minus 4, B is 8 minus 0, 8 comma 0. I'll get the midpoint of this and I'll take the origin and I'll get the slope of this OA. So first I'll get A. A is midpoint. I'll put midpoint formula. So here x is how much? X will be 0, x1 plus x2 by 2. So 0 plus 8 by 2. And what will be y? Y will be y1 plus y2 by 2. So minus 4 plus 0 by 2. So how much getting? I am getting A is equal to 4 and here minus 2. So this is 4 minus 2. So what is the slope? Slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So let me take this x1, x2, y2. This is x1, y1. So y2 minus y1, m is equal to minus 2 minus 0 upon x2 minus x1, 4 minus 0. So how much it will be? It will be minus 2 by 4 or m is equal to minus half. Answer. Question number 6. Without using Pythagoras theorem, so that the points 4, 4, 3, 5 and minus 1, minus 1 are vertices of a right angle triangle. That means you are not applying your Pythagoras theorem. That means you are not applying your AB square, BC square, AC square. So here I am taking triangle A is equal to 4, 4, B is equal to 3, 5, C is equal to minus 1, minus 1, and not applying AB square, BC square is equal to AC square or AC square, BC square, sum is AB square, because we are not using Pythagoras theorem. Then what will you use? We'll use the slope concept. What is slope concept? What we learned just now. What is it? Now, if the product of slopes, two slopes, is equal to minus 1, then lines are perpendicular to each other. Lines are perpendicular. So I'll get the slope of each line. I'll get the slope of AB, putting the same formula, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Then slope of AC, slope of BC. Then I'll see multiplying 2 to get whether they are giving 1. And if the question is show that it is a right triangle, that means certainly I'll get 1 of pair will give you product is minus 1. So first I'm taking the slope of AB. Slope of AB. When I'll take slope of AB, I'll take these 2 points consideration. Anyone can be 1, anyone can be 2. So I am taking, this is your x1, y1, this is your x2, y2. You can take the other one also. So this will be 5 minus 4 upon 3 minus 4. So how much it will be? It will be 1 by minus 1. So let me name it M1. M1 means slope of AB. So this is minus 1. Next I'll go for slope of BC. Slope of BC. Let me name it M2. M2, I have taken x2, y2. Now I can take this is x1, x1, y1. Again, I will put the same formula. Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So it will be how much? 5 minus 1 upon 3 minus minus 1. It will be 4 by 4. That will be 1. So now apply some critical thinking, that here I have got minus 1, here I've got 1. Their product is -1. So no need of going for slope of AC. If here I'll think that they will not give you -1, then I'll go for slope of AC. So here I'll write, so M1 into M2 is equal to -1 into 1 is -1. That means AB and BC are perpendicular. When they are perpendicular, which one is 90 degree? Which one is 90 degree? The common point is 90 degree. So AB, BC. So B is common to both. So B angle is 90 degree. So triangle ABC is a right triangle, or these points form a right triangle. Question number 7. Find the slope of a line which makes 30 degree with positive direction of y-axis measured anti-clockwise. Okay, so this is your clockwise. Opposite will be anti-clockwise. Now let me draw the coordinate axes. This is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis. This is positive y-axis, this is negative y. Here the line makes 30 degree with positive direction of y-axis. With the positive direction it makes 30 degree anti-clockwise. So this is the line. So how much it is making with positive x-axis? It will be 90 plus 30. It will be 120 degree. First, we started from positive y, then anti-clockwise means we are going to left, then we are calculating from x-axis because slope is your tan theta when theta is measured from positive x-axis, not y-axis. So theta is equal to how much? Theta is equal to 90 plus 30, that will be 120 degree, or your m is equal to 10 120, that will be minus 10 60 degree, that will be minus root 3. Find the value of x for which the point x minus 1, 2, 1, 4, 5 are collinear. These 3 points are collinear. You know that when A, B, C are collinear, the area of the triangle ABC is 0. This is one way of showing 3 points collinear. But I will not take this. Area concept I will not take. I'll take slope concept because it is easier. What is it? I'll write slope of AB is slope of BC. Where is A? Where is B? This is A point, this is B point, and third is C point. So A is equal to x comma minus 1, B is equal to 2 comma 1, C is equal to 4 comma 5. Now slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. Now you may think that maybe slope of AC, yes, you can take slope of AC also, make two of them equal. But take x also because we will get x. So since they are collinear, area is 0, or the slope of AB is equal to slope of BC, as ABC are collinear. We have already mentioned the slope of AB. I hope you have learned how to find out y2 minus y1, 1 minus minus 1 upon x2 minus x1, 2 minus x. This will be 2 by 2 minus x. Then I'll go for slope of BC. Slope of BC means I'll subtract y of C minus y of B. So 5 minus 1, then 4 minus 2. It will be how much? It will be 4 by 2, that will be 2. So I'll make them equal. So 2 by 2 minus x is equal to 2. Or 2 into 2 minus x is equal to 2. Or 2 minus x is equal to 1. Then x is equal to how much? X equal to 1. So this is the answer. Okay. Question number 9. Without using distance formula, show that the points minus 2, minus 1, 4, 0, 3, 3, and minus 3, 2 are vertices of parallelogram. You have to show that they are parallelogram, but you won't use the distance formula. Then what you'll use? You may use slopes. Why to use slopes? Because lines are parallel. And what you have learned, that if lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. So we have to show that the slope of AB is same as slope of CD, as well as slope of BC is same as slope of AD. This is one way of showing it. But I won't show this method. I'll go for another method. What is that method? In a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. What does it mean? It means the midpoint of AC coincide with midpoint of BD, or they are same. Midpoint of diagonals AC is same as midpoint of diagonal BD. So let us find the midpoint. That is more easier. So I am getting midpoint, coordinates of midpoint of AC. AC. A is minus 2 minus 1, 3, 3. What is the midpoint? X will be minus 2 plus 3 by 2, and Y will be minus 1 plus 3 by 2. How much I am getting? I am getting 1 by 2. I am getting 1 here. Similarly, I'll go for midpoint of BD. So I'll take now B and D. So x1 plus x2 by 2 minus 3 plus 4 by 2, and y will be 2 plus 0 by 2. Are you getting the same point? Yes, certainly you will get. So hence ABCD is a parallelogram. Question number 10. Find the angle between the x-axis and the line joining the points this and this. That means you have to find the theta. The line makes with x-axis. So let me find the slope. Slope m is equal to y2 minus y1. So I'll write minus 2 minus minus 1, because this is x2 y2, and this point is x1, y1 upon 4 minus 3. How much I am getting? Minus 2 plus 1 by 1. I am getting minus 1. M is minus 1. This implies that tan theta is equal to minus 1. That means the line making with the x-axis tan theta is minus 1. That means what is theta? Theta is equal to 135 degree, because tan 135 degree is equal to minus 1. So it makes angle 135 degree with x-axis. Question number 11. Find the slope of the line is double of. The slope of a line is double of slope of another line. If the tangent of the angle between them is 1 by 3, find the slope of the lines. So here there are two lines. One slope is double of other. So we can take one as m, other is twice m. And the angle is alpha, and the tangent of this angle, that means tan alpha, is equal to 1 by 3. The slopes are m1 is m and m2 is twice m. You have to find the slopes. So put in the formula, tan alpha is equal to how much? m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 into m2. So here what is happens? Here m2 is equal to 2m minus m by 1 plus 2m into m. So this is equal to 1 by 3. So frame equation, m by 1 plus m 2m square is equal to 1 by 3. Cross multiply, you are getting 2m square plus 1 is equal to 3m, or 2m square minus 3m plus 1 is 0. Then solve this quadratic equation. 2m square minus 2m minus m plus 1 is 0. Now 2m taking common, m minus 1 minus 1 taking common, m minus 1 is equal to 0, or you are getting m minus 1 into 2m minus 1 is 0. So this gives you m is equal to 1 and m is equal to half. So if m is 1, then what is the other slope? It will be 2. If it is half, then it will be 1. Half 1, 1 and 2. Both will be solving the purpose. Question number 12. A line passes through x1, y1 at hk. If the slope of the line is m, so that k minus y1 is equal to m into h minus x1. So a line passes through x1, y1 and hk, and the slope is m. So this is very simple. You can write your h minus x1 by k minus y, k minus y1. I made a mistake here because I will start from y only. Y will be the numerator. So k minus y1 upon h minus x1, this is your slope m. Or cross multiply, you are getting the answer. K minus y1 is equal to m into h minus x1. So this is the proof. 2 points are given, m is given. Just write in the slope form. You are getting, on cross multiplication, you are getting the answer. Question number 13. Here, consider the population of the year of the graph is given below. Here, you're in 1995, it was 92 crores. In 1995, it was 97 crores. First, the question is, find the slope of line AB. What is slope of line AB? It will be y2 minus y1. upon x2 minus x1. Then find the population in the year 2010 using this slope. If it is 2010, what will be your y? So this is very simple. So first we'll get the slope. Slope will be how much? Slope is equal to y2. y2 is 97 minus y1, 92 upon 1995 minus 1985. So you are getting m is equal to 5 by 10. How much it will be? 1 by 2. Using this slope, go for other one. So here, if you will take this point as your C at 2010, you will write that y minus 97 by 2010 minus 1995. This is also slope, same slope, because they are part of same straight line. So this will be again half. So now twice or y minus 97 is equal to, this gives you 15. 15 by 2 is how much? It will be 7.5. So y is equal to 97 plus 7.5. This gives you 102.5 crores. So this is the population in year 2010. I took this C point. What I did, the slope of AB, I got it half. The slope of BC is also half. Then we are applying same concept. We are getting y is equal to 102.5 crores. So next we will go to learn the frame equation of the straight lines. So keep on watching, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can learn more and more. Thank you for watching.